They told me for years there was no money in podcasting. Well, they were all wrong.
What do you think of capitalism as a whole then? First, I'll go first. I believe capitalism is flawed. I believe America should be a capitalist system. However, the current system we have isn't true and real capitalism. Because if it was, a lot of people who are in business wouldn't still be in business because they got government bailouts in 2008 and from COVID. So we have an essence and a allure of capitalism. We have parts of capitalism in our society. Like Elon Musk just bought 10% of Twitter. You know, that's capitalism. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, we also have corporate socialism.
Right. Well, and that's, I mean, from my point of view, you can blame a lot of that on politics.
Of course. I blame all of it on politics.
and the government getting their hands on stuff, which is, I mean, the government and banks being so tied together
Why
these days.
Why the fuck is the Fed a thing? All right? The Fed shouldn't be a real... Fuck the Fed. I'll say it.
Right. And I mean, I think if you've looked into that sort of thing at all, you kind of have an idea of like what is so messed up. With that, I would say government involvement has really, really hurt the banking system as a whole and how capitalistic it should be. And then it's really devastated the healthcare system. So people are like, oh, well, you know, socialist healthcare and stuff. Well, I mean, the government has their hands all over that too. And they have had it for years. So I think, like you said, capitalism is not a perfect system, but any system that's run by human beings is going to be flawed. So the beauty, I think what people have seen over time in history is the beauty of capitalism is that it tends to correct itself. Like people at some point start policing it, start improving it. Like there's more government involvement now, but when it first started, you know, you had 4-year-olds working 14-hour days, stuff like that. We don't have that anymore. So like there have been corrections made to the system, and you know, I like the hands-off approach to it, you know, like,
I mean, government needs to be there where it makes sense.
Right.
Minimum wage, we can debate. But like labor laws, child labor laws, like, you know, 40-hour work week, like things that make sense should be there. But money equals speech and corporation equals person.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense. Like if in a perfect world, if I had a magic wand and I can make any law I want, I'd be like, corporations and business entities cannot donate to politicians, period. Like if you are a CEO of BlackRock, let's say, or a company like BlackRock, and you want to donate to a politician, you got to do it out of your own cash. Like you got to sell shares in your company and use that to pay for your donation. BlackRock as a company cannot donate to politicians. I think that's ludicrous. Like Amazon should not be allowed to donate to politicians. Bezos can. He's a person. He can donate all the money that's his right. That's fine. But the idea of corporations being people and the same rights as people, to an extent, I get it. But when it comes to shuffling money around, it's just like, make this make sense to me. And money equals speech. Make that make sense to me.